Hi, this is Neus from Miss Mesa, and in this video we are going to paint a lot of leaves using watercolors. I'm going to use watercolor paper, Archer & Olive's Woodland Foliage watercolor set, a number 6 round brush, but you can use any other number, water, and a small plate that I will use as a palette. The first way many of us start painting is to use the tip of the brush to draw the outline and then fill it in. But if we use the whole brush, we can make leaves in a very easy and relaxing way. I zoom in so you can see it. This one is super easy. You start with the tip of the brush, rest the belly and drag the paint and lift it back up to finish the tip of the leaf. Thin, use the belly and lift. Again, thin, use the belly and lift. And once more so you get the hang of it. If you want wider leaves, just join 2 strokes together. I show you. After my first stroke, I paint another one beside it. You can also do it leaving a little space between strokes, like this. Or you can paint the leaf and complete it. Go over it and perfect it or make it as wide as you want. Like this one. I'm going to paint it even wider, just with more strokes. And you can also add more paint while it is wet. Now we are painting another type of leaf. Start with an arched stroke, turn around with the brush dragging the watercolor and close the leaf and complete it. If your brush is thicker or you paint a smaller leaf, you probably won't need to fill it. This one is a little more difficult, but with a little practice, it is a lot of fun to do. And finally, you can also use the soft edge of the brush to make spots in the shape of the small leaves in this way, or join them together like this to create an uneven leaf. Let's see 6 examples of different greenery painted with this technique. For the first one, I'm going to use the Midnight Mist. With a wet brush, I take some paint from the pan, mix it well on the palette, and I squeeze it out because I'm going to start with the stem, so I need the tip to be thin. Draw an uneven stem with the tip of the brush, barely touching the paper, and paint the first leaf as we have seen before. You start thin, use the belly of the brush to drag the paint, and finish thin. Do the same in another leaf, and continue painting leaves around the stem, adding paint to the brush as you need to. I'm adding some paint to this one to make it a little bit different. It's nice to have different leaves so they don't look all the same. Here I'm going to overlap 2 leaves because I don't like the twig to be too perfect. I want it to look more natural. But you can paint it as you want, of course. I'm going to paint another leaf on the other side, and then I will leave a bit of leafless stem at the end. For the second one, I will use the color Soft Mulberry, and I will paint double leaves joining the 2 strokes as in the first exercise. Draw the stem carefully, now the first stroke, and the second stroke, and I close the leaf. Now for the second leaf, the same. We are perfecting this technique as we are using it. Another time, use the belly and drag the paint. Thin. And you can always correct the leaves, of course. Don't worry about it. We are doing this for fun and to relax ourselves, so you don't need to be perfect at all. And we are overlapping here. Another one on the other side. It's nice that you have a lot of leaves in both sides, so don't worry if they are too close, because it's also like this in nature, so everything is okay. Now with the color Myrtle. And this one is super fun because we are going to paint uneven leaves. Similar to the first branch, but making uneven strokes. So just relax and make super loose strokes like this. You just have to move the brush while you are painting. And we are doing a lot of leaves in this one. I've painted a super uneven stem here with lots of branches. So now I have to fill it with lots of leaves also. And this one is great because you can be as imperfect as you want. And that's great. A final leaf in here and done. Now I'm going to use mellow pink to paint round leaves. I start painting the stem with the tip of the brush. Very uneven. Another one here. And for the leaves, I begin the stroke, turn with the brush, close the leaf and complete it as we have seen before. Doing the same in the next one, I turn, I complete it, and I'm going to add some water and paint. You can always complete the leaf, modify it, or add more water or more paint to your liking. And it is best to do it when the paint is still wet so that it blends perfectly. If you find this difficult or your brush gets stuck, you can also paint it in 2 strokes, like these ones. And it will look the same, so it's a perfect way to do it. This side is too empty, so I'm painting another leaf. And I think I'm overlapping another one in here, like this. I'm painting it a little bit more so you can see this one is overlapped over the other. And I think this is it. This color is pale moss, and I'm going to paint uneven leaves using the surface of the pencil. This one is super fun. So we first paint the stem, like this, we just paint lines. Another one, okay. And now we are using the surface of the brush, and we are doing kind of little touches on the paper in order to create the leaves. I'm painting another one for you to see. Just little touches. Again on the other side. And as you see, you can use the tip of the brush to make the pointed part of the leaf. I'm painting a little one in here. And another one bigger in here. This is super loose, so you just play with the surface of your brush and watch the magic. I'm painting these ones with a lot of water because I'm going to add another color to the leaves. So you see another little trick you can use when painting with watercolors. Just take some paint of another color and dip your brush into the wet paint, like this. The 2 colors will blend by themselves. I'm adding some more paint in little dots, like this. And I think I like it like this. For the last branch, I'm going to use the color Burnt Ochre. And I'm going to do a variation of the 3rd branch, but this time with double leaves. So we start with the stem, like in the other ones, another line, and I'm painting an uneven stroke, a little bit rounded, yeah, like this. So this one is another imperfect leaf, so you can just relax and use your brush to drag the paint and move it so it's not a perfect rounded leaf. And you finish with the tip of your brush to make it a little bit pointed at the end, like this. We paint another one on this side, and now you can overlap a small leaf in here. I'm adding a little more paint so you can see that this one is on top of the other, just like this. And the last one at this side. And now I'm adding the other color, like in the one before. Just a little touch with your brush in the wet paint. And this is it. Thank you for following this video. I hope you're going to paint a lot of leaves. If you want, you can tag Archer and Olive and me so we can see all your creations. Bye!